I don't have words to talk about that. It was so amazing. All of these documents, room after room after room of these documents that go back so far, and so many for the musicians you had to search because they were mixed in with other sorts of things. But it was like a gold mine, a real gold mine, a find. And the fact that Josef Pradl started this in 2002, everybody said there's nothing over there. Most of it has been taken to Budapest. And he said, no, I'm going to go look. And found this wealth of information. And now these 4 publications have come out of this. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
And that they're so well preserved. How? I mean, is there an explanation for that?
That's the question. Why are they so well preserved? Because it's so cold in the winter, it's so hot in the summer, they're wrapped up in this string that dates 200 plus years. I think the paper must have been incredibly good.
Yeah.
to withstand all of that, but it's amazing. Now they, in the last few years, they are really making changes for the better. But it was very exciting to see it in the other state as well.
Thanks.
So, yeah, thank you.
In December of 1797, Haydn submitted a document, to the Prince for the services of several Eisenstadt musicians. A bass singer from the parish church, we know his name was Johann Bade. A soprano, we don't know her name. A tenor, Karl Kraus, also from the parish church. Incidentally, this parish church is the Dome. It's the cathedral now in Eisenstadt. There were also 3 trumpeters, Sebastian Binde from nearby Mattisburg, and Michael Altmann and Johann Pfann from Eisenstadt. This is the actual document, or a photograph of the document of Haydn's billing for these local freelance musicians. At the top here it says, notice, and then Haydn writes, for his high princely serenity concerning the attached billing for the church services, partly in the palace, that is in this palace, and this was written from Vienna, the 28th of December, 1797. So here is Haydn working on behalf of the musicians at the court. Edward Nelson and Lady Hamilton were traveling in Austria. They arrived in Eisenstadt on September the 6th for a 4-day visit. Now, on September the 7th, a Haydn Mass was performed in the Palace Chapel, and they must have heard this Mass. The following day, on Monday, September the 8th, was a very special day, Princess Esterhazy's name day. For this, Haydn didn't supply a Mass this year. Of his last 6 Masses, this was the only year he didn't supply a Mass. Instead, Haydn presented his new Te Deum, heard for the first time. The exceptionally talented Hummel, hired as concertmaster at the young age of 25, had studied with Mozart and Haydn in Vienna. It was Haydn, however, who recommended Hummel to the Prince for this position. His duties were equivalent to that of a Kapellmeister, a music director, although Haydn retained that title until his death in 1809. The Forchtenstein documents reveal another interesting hire in 1804, that of Adam Liszt, father of Franz Liszt. Liszt was first employed as a clerk for the Esterhazys in Eisenstadt. Although not hired as a musician in the Capella, he was musical, playing the cello, piano, and organ. Besides his regular job, he worked for the theater and played in the orchestra, earning additional money. In 1808, he was transferred to the village of Reiding as the chief accountant of the Esterhazy sheep farm. In Eisenstadt, as the Capella grew with the addition of more musicians, the music of Haydn continued to be performed with enthusiasm, admiration, and respect for their famous and beloved Kapellmeister. On May 31st, 1809, Haydn died at his home in Vienna during the occupation of the city by Napoleon's French troops. The news of his death was reported the next day by Matthias Dienelt, an Esterhazy official and also a tenor in the Capella, who sent a notice from Vienna to the Prince in Pest, today Budapest. Dienelt wrote, And you can see this on this document. It's about this middle paragraph. And over here, Dinant writes, "Your Serenity, also the death of the Doctor of Music and High Princely Kapellmeister Haydn, who yesterday stopped living from weakness, is herewith in all humility announced. Vienna, 1st of June, 1809. Most humble, most faithful, Matthias Dinant."
Just out of curiosity, do you know what an average musician's salary at that time would equate to in modern terms?
Well, the average musician, there were those who were, of course, Haydn would be the most well-paid. And then there was a concertmaster, Tomasini, who was well-paid. In terms of this, I'm going to have, maybe I should have Dr. Pottle answer this.
200 gulden.
Yeah, so it was all in gulden or forints and kreuzer, so it's hard to actually say what it was. If you compare Haydn's salary to what one of the priests was making, it was about equivalent to that. His brother, Johann, always had a very low salary, but because he didn't have a lot of money, he was paid in housing, he was paid in firewood and candles, so they helped you to live, even though you didn't have cash to pay there. It was always a struggle. It's just like today, musicians, right? We're always the last ones to get the raises and so on. It was comparable.